Yo, hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've not done a video for a while, so I thought, come on, voice my few thoughts about things. There's a few things I want to discuss in this video, but the first thing I want to kick off on is basically I want to talk about designer goods and buying like designer items, bags, coats, trainers, clothes, all that type of stuff. And I want to basically say that really, in my opinion, the people who buy the stuff, I think you have to be to buy that type of stuff, and for it to be beneficial to you, you have to live like in a place, say London, or like a major city, where there's a lot of other people you can mingle with, and you can enjoy that type of luxury lifestyle. But if you're buying that type of stuff, designer, if you're buying designer items, clothes like that, and you're living in like a small town, and you don't even look, you don't look appealing, you don't look like that attractive, you're not like an attractive person, such as myself. I'm not like an attractive person. I actually think I'm quite ugly, and I don't think it'd be beneficial for me to buy designer clothes, because like the whole point of buying designer items, is to like just be like a notch, just to say like you look presentable and whatnot, and to attract like the opposite sex, and just like impress, because the whole point of like fashion was to look good, and to be presentable, and like to be like a peacock. You hear like the people in France and Paris when they're talking about, oh, I'm not wearing that was last season's, that type of stuff. It's not like that's last season, that's so 2021 and 2022 now. But like for someone like me and other people that aren't very attractive, I just think it would waste my money. It'd be me, if I went, I could go out and buy like a designer sweater, for like £300, £400, and it wouldn't make no difference to my lifestyle, because a lady, a girl, will passionately say, oh yeah, it's a nice sweater he's got on there, he's got a Gucci sweater on. But then she'll take a look at my face and she'll be like, oh. And that's it, that's the end. You know what I mean? So I may as well just buy a £20 sweater from H&M or something. You know what I mean? Also, like as I was saying before, it's also about where you're from, like where you live in. Now, if you're living in a small town where the majority of people in the town, they don't care what they're wearing anyway. It kind of like makes you look stupid if you're like spending £1,000 on a jacket, and you've like walking around, and there's like people like with like some cheap coat for £30-40. I'd feel out of place for one. I'd feel embarrassed as well. I'd feel conscious of that I'm wearing it, because I couldn't just be like chilling and saying, I'd just be knowing, gosh, these people must think, I'd actually feel like I'm going to get robbed. You know what I mean? So that's like 3 reasons. And also, I'll be wasting my money when I don't need it. I'll be spending £1,000, and I could just be spending £30-40 and getting the same effect. You know what I mean? And let's be honest here, we're only talking about fabric. It's not like it's something magical that changes your life. It's just fabric. I mean, cotton is still cotton. You can get better quality cotton, but it's not like £940 more better quality cotton from something that's cost £40 and something that costs like £960. You know what I mean? And you buy like a sweater, a Dior sweater, crazy money you're talking about, like talking about like £1,000. Just for like a sweater was a deal on it. And you can just go to H&M and get one. Like, you don't even do anything. You don't even change anything. Oh, excuse me. Mate. Yeah, okay. I'm wearing this. Excuse me. I've got like windows there. And I had some onions. Don't worry. I did clean my teeth straight after. Washed my mouth out and cleaned my teeth out. I just cannot stand onion breath. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So basically, like, I think as well, like in what everyone's seeing, everyone's getting hypnotised into thinking they have to buy like the best of everything. They've got to buy the latest phone. They've got to buy, you know, the most popular type of jackets. You know, like what's it? That brand, Canada Goose, all that type of stuff. Moncler. They think they've got to do all that. They think they've got to buy the iPhone, the latest iPhone, and all that. You know, I just don't bother with that stuff now. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I brought a few. I've indulged like last year. Okay, I'll admit I bought a Prada belt and I bought a Gucci sweater and I bought a Moncler cap, bought Louis Vuitton. But like, I don't really buy much now. I don't really bother with it now because like it don't make a difference. You know what I mean? And when I bought that, I didn't buy it because I was trying to impress. I bought it because I actually liked the design and I liked how it looked. You know what I mean? People say, oh yeah, whatever, people do that. But I know for a fact, a lot of people just buy it to flex. And that's what my point in case lies. You know, if now that person's trying to flex, yeah, and they're living in a small town, yeah, where there's not even anyone to flex to, like who's like your type of age group or in your sort of like interests. It's just mainly like, because a lot of small towns, it's like there's a lot of old people who live in small towns, and it's just like they're not very like with it. The sort of people that like they're not really with the times because they've not really been anywhere. I've noticed most people in the small towns they've not even been to London. You know what I mean? They may have gone to London once on a school trip when they were like 13, 14, say to the Imperial War Museum, I think. Or was that in the country? I can't remember. It's something like that, innit? Like, they don't know what London's like now, you know what I mean? And you just so, a lot of small towns people are actually poor as well. You know what I mean? So they've not even travelled. You know what I mean? So like, it becomes like pointless really for someone like thinking they're gonna like flex to people like that. They don't know nothing. You know. Second thing, I was going to mention also, guys. It's about I'm not gonna just like do this vlog and not sort of pretend that I don't know there's a war going on, you know, in Ukraine. And yeah, I'll admit, I really think it's bad, and it's really sad to see this happening. Like, I watched a video yesterday about this pregnant woman she's pregnant, her son died, and then she died after in hospital because of the bombing. And like, I just think that's so bad. I mean, you think this has all been done by like, it's the idea of going to war was all by Putin, you know. And like, but in the same vein, Putin hasn't just woke up one day and said, "Oh, I'm going to bomb Ukraine." It's actually NATO that's driven him to do that. Because basically NATO, they kept, as I'm sure you must have heard of by now, they kept like extending the list of countries to join NATO, and kept going closer and closer to Russia, and Russia would be surrounded by NATO countries. And Putin's thought is this is getting pretty dangerous for us, for our security. You know, what if one day NATO says, I don't like Russia, it's a dictatorship, let's go and invade them and throw the government and get like their country back to how other Western European and the US countries are. Let's get on to that. I think that's like Putin's sort of worried about that, because he wants Russia to be how it was, like in the Soviet Union days. Like he doesn't believe in he believes in purely dictatorship country. Putin, he believes in a completely dictatorship is the best way to go, rather than a democracy, because he thinks like if everyone has a chance to be the president, you know, you could get like you could get anyone, you could like some pop star could become president and they don't know anything about it. You know what I mean? That's his thinking. It could just be someone like say Kanye, you know Kanye West? Like he said he's going to run for president. I think he said it back in, was it 2018? He said he's going to do it. He did actually launch a small campaign, but he wasn't serious about it. But he was saying, but to be fair, even Kanye West, you know, he may not know much about politics, but like he'd have advices anyway. But anyway, back to like Croatia and Ukraine. I mean, yeah. Anyway, like as I was saying before, Putin, I was just worried about the security of the country, and as there are a lot of NATO countries, Ukraine would be the only one that's not NATO yet, but they were trying to join. And once they've joined NATO, if they did join NATO, Russia would be surrounded, and it would be so easy for NATO to launch some type of invasion. And they could launch an attack, yeah, and obviously non-nuclear attack. And no one wants nuclear war, so Russia wouldn't retaliate nuclear, because they could kill themselves as well. If NATO done a nuclear strike, like, they wouldn't do it right by another country, one of their own countries, you know, one of their NATO countries. They wouldn't do that. So it'd just be like normal war for war, rocket for rocket, gun for gun, tank for tank type of war. And Russia wouldn't have a chance. So Putin's thinking, gosh, I better be proactive right now. I better be proactive right now and stop it before like we're completely surrounded and we can't do anything about it, and then I could overthrow Russia. But don't get me wrong, I mean, it's still bad what it's doing, you know, it's killing innocent people. But my point is that NATO, since Russia is no longer the Soviet Union, NATO, yeah, they just like bully Russia, and Russia just don't get a say as well. Putin doesn't like that, because Russia don't get a say anymore. Like so many times, Putin has said to them, you know, please start expanding, because you're compromising our security as a country, and we're not getting any say in anything. And they were saying, well, who are you now? You know, your days, you were once the Soviet used to be. You know, the Soviet Union, your days are gone now. You're just Russia. You may be big in land, but you're not big in power anymore. Okay, you've got quite a lot of weapons, but we've got a lot of weapons, and with all of our other countries, you've not really got much you can say about it. So this is how we want something done. It's tough. And now this has angered Putin so much. And every time he goes back to these these UN talks, as it were, no one is listening to him. Everyone's ignoring him, saying, oh yeah, we've heard that before, go away. And that's it. He's getting infuriated by it. He's actually worried that like people are going to come and invade the country. Now, whether you believe he's being paranoid or whether he has genuine reason of concern, it's a different thing. But the fact that they're not even like listening to him, he just thought, right, something has to be done about this, because you know I've just really had enough. Yes, we've really had enough. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is like he didn't just wake up one day and say, "Oh, let's do something, let's stop bombing countries." But in the same vein, like he shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? I mean, if he's going to invade a country, if he's going to invade Ukraine, which was part of Russia as well, by the way, let's not forget that. And there are neo-Nazis. They are actually a large population. There are a lot of neo-Nazis living in Ukraine, and the neo-Nazis in Ukraine are actually killing Russian-speaking Ukrainians as well. They're actually killing, you know what I mean? And he's trying to liberate them. He believes he's trying to liberate the normal Ukrainians who speak Russian. Anyway, guys, I don't believe that that's right on both sides. I think both sides are pretty much very bad. Obviously, Putin is the worst for starting the war again, because it's 2022 now. Wars like that shouldn't be happening anymore. They should have learned from all these years ago, from World War II and all that. And like like when NATO invaded Afghanistan and all that, like people killed. I think it was like 1 million in Afghanistan or something like that. Loads of people killed. They should know about it. Putin should know by now. Like that was the sort of thing, especially just after COVID as well. I mean, come on. Just as COVID's gone, like within a couple of weeks, like this happens. They invade a country, and obviously we don't want that President Vladimir Zelensky. Yeah, I can't believe he was actually saying we need your help, like to help us, like fight, no fly zone. I mean, I thought that was crazy, because that's just going to instigate World War III. So much people die there. That's just going to spread the war from one country to the whole of Europe. It may even get as close as England, UK. It may even get to USA as well. I mean, how do we know Putin might be that pissed off, like, that he might say, fuck this, fuck these fuckers in Europe, I'm going to launch a missile at France or the UK. How do we know he won't do that? So I think President Vladimir Zelensky, something murdered his name, I think it's crazy to say, like, get involved, we need your help, because he knows what's going to happen. He knows it's going to start, like, Russia going against NATO. And any country that is attacked, any NATO country that's attacked, NATO has to intervene, which will start World War III. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'll be back again. It's kind of like I did 2 videos in one, so maybe I might cut it in half and just have one about the Ukraine and one about designer shit, or I might just say fuck it. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you next one. Peace.